Hey folks, welcome. This is RebelCon 2022. So we've got, whatever, 300 or 400 people here enjoying the heck out of the hospitality at the Four Seasons in Dallas, and just having a good time with a bunch of like-minded people that wanted to learn more about trading, and totally have been impressed by the generosity, the camaraderie, and just the overall good time that we're having. That's despite the fact that the market is not having a good time. But as predicted, there were a lot of signs that something bad was coming. Unusual option activity for the 22nd of September, 2022, and there has been a lot of unusual activity. I'm about to show you one that might even shock some of you, but as you'll see, it's from the 13th of September. There it is, that SPY bearish put trade. They were buying a ton of puts here, folks, in the SPY, which is, of course, the S&P 500. This is the ETF for it, the 7th of October, 395 puts. Look at what price the index was at that time, 400. Literally 399.93, and where is it today? 37.75. So the persons that were buying those puts have profited mightily, and people that had large portfolios that just wanted to protect what they had have also been grateful to have these puts to be able to insulate themselves somewhat from the disastrous drop that the market has taken. Falling by, in Dow terms, better than 800 points yesterday, from the peak to the low. And that's without saying, well, initially we were this, and then we did that, and then we did this, and then we did that. Just from the last hour of trade, when people started understanding what was going on with the Jay Powell comments about 100 basis points to 125 basis points more was due. That's exactly what we're talking about here. So if you were somebody that followed us in this trade, congratulations, happy for you. Basically to see something like this move that many handles in the S&P means that there are people that made some really nice profits. First of today's 3 at 3 is SYF, which is Synchrony Financial. SYF, Synchrony Financial. It was basically $29.50. They're buying the 28 puts. And how many did they buy? 800,000 share equivalent, because 8,000 options is 800,000 share equivalent, because you drop 2 zeros on the end of that and you get how big that trade was. So they're looking for Synchrony to move to the downside, or they want protection. Now, some of you might say, well, John, how do you know which one it is? I don't care. If they want protection that fast, I want to follow them. If they want to bet that quickly that something's going to be going to the downside, I want to bet with them. So that's what we do, folks. We are like surfers. We wait for that wave to pick up, and then we start paddling like crazy to get on board. That's the way we play it. Again, I can't pull the trigger for you on trades. I can tell you what I've identified and what we see as unusual activity, and then you have to decide if that's an appropriate investment for you. Rebel's Edge, hey, we've had so much applause, appreciation from the crowd here about the Rebel's Edge broadcasts. Presently, we do 3 in a week. We do Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I suspect we will be moving to 5 days a week, and we may be moving to noon Eastern time from 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's been something that people have continually hit on us as far as, hey guys, we like when you do it on the halftime show, but you guys, even when you're on a lot, are only on a couple times a week. We need you midday, not 1 p.m. So we may be moving Rebel's Edge to noon Eastern time. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, 1 p.m. Eastern is right now when it airs. I encourage you guys to tune in. We hit the 1 minute macro, because that's all macro matters, folks, is 1 minute worth. Who needs more than that? And then we hit the top 4 stories of the day, couple bits of unusual activity, and then a little sports thrown in by my brother Pete, and I try to join him as he has, of course, an Odyssey contract where he broadcasts on Sundays from 10 until noon on the Odyssey Network, WCCO, Minnesota, 830 a.m. And it goes out, of course, all over the world because it's on the Odyssey Network. Bang! All right, there's my brother Pete, myself. And if you haven't already followed us, please consider following us on Twitter. Mine is JON Najarian, Pete's is Pete Najarian, and then you've got Official Market Rebellion. All right, take a look at this one, folks. Second of our 3 at 3 is ORCC, ORCC, an $11 stock, just shy of 12. They're buying the December 10 puts. So when somebody buys 20,000 puts, which this trade merely represents 20,000, it's actually 19,200. Well, that's 1.9 million share equivalent. I want to follow those trades. Those are the kind of people that I think might know more about what might happen next in that stock than the rest of us. So we follow them into that stock on the short side. And in ORCC, stock's trading 1170. They're buying the 10 puts, better than 10% out of the money. I'm probably buying the at the money one time, selling one time out of the money, or further down in strikes, since these are puts. That's the way I play it. Again, you have to decide what's appropriate for you. Third and final trade today is Cliffs, and yes, also puts. So you're hearing an awful lot of puts from me today, folks. Cliffs, Farmer Jim loves this one. It has not been good to him, and at least these guys are betting it's not going to be good to him going forward, at least through October, because they bought 10,000 of the October 14 puts. 10,000 of those puts, well, that's a million share equivalent. Again, put 2 zeros on the end of 10,000. That's a million shares they control on the short side of a $14 stock. It's a $14 million trade. Bang, you can bet those are the kind of trades that we want to follow. All right, that's going to do it for me. I've got to go do the keynote shortly here at RebelCon. Market Rebellion, you can always check us out at marketrebellion.com/get started. That's marketrebellion.com/get started for more. You can learn about education, coaches, mentoring, and/or subscriptions for derivative trading, for stock trading, and technical analysis. We've got it all at marketrebellion.com. Hey, folks, have a great one. I'll be back here tomorrow for the 60-second morning video, and then again to wind up the week for 3 at 3 from RebelCon at the Four Seasons in Dallas.